And a turn has advanced. Let's watch it. Yeah, that's not very surprising at all. Okay. Yeah, okay. Wasn't gonna happen, bro. Was never gonna happen. Okay. He only deployed 8, meaning he deployed the other 4 up here, I'm guessing, to take Denmark Haven. Ah, I see, that's why. He had leftovers here, 2 or 3 of them. He wanted to hit with 6 or 7. Okay, well that's good to know. Well, I'm thinking about what to do here. I could try and attack him in Nigeria. I mean, I'm thinking if he did take Denmark Haven, then he should want to go... Well, that's actually, it's a little iffy there. You know, I think it might be wise to sit another turn. I don't want him trying to go for East Africa, but if he does, I think I can stop it. I'll have to do, because, yeah, let's see, I could try taking this with 2 just to check on that. Okay. Good. Then you will be last. Alright. Yep. Alright, I think that's fine. I don't want him to know how many moves I have. Alright. Let's see. So I won't attack him this turn, but I'm expecting he'll do... Well, I'm not sure. If he just if he places like 11 over here, or 12 over here, then that means that he's only going for its, or Nord, its or Nord, but not both. But if he shows that he's going for both, then I am going to hit him next turn. Alright, let's go. And unfortunately he hasn't done his turn yet. So we'll see what happens when SIRIUS does his moves. Yay! And turn has advanced. Okay, is he gonna attack me here? That would be great if he did. Oh, okay, well that explains where his other guys were going. Okay. Alright, that makes more sense. Alright, I see. So he wasn't working in Greenland. I thought that seemed a little strange, honestly, because there was a 4 here, so it would require him to attack with at least 6 guys. This makes more sense. He was attacking with a 4 here, and then this turn he placed 2 more to take Somalia. Okay. Yeah, he only placed 8. Yep. So he used 4 to take this, and then he deployed 2 more to take Somalia. Unfortunately for him, I caught him there. Now the good news about this, the really good news, is that it's going to take him a lot to be able to take East Africa. He'd have to deploy 4, 5, 6, 7 to be able to take this whole thing, and to prevent me from seeing it, or from being able to threaten it this turn. And he'd have to transfer to Chad. Or, well, I guess that wouldn't be the immediate problem, but this guy being over here, all I'd have to do is move my guy from Cameroon to Congo, and then, well, what do you know? I can threaten East Africa now. Huh. Strange how that works, huh? Okay. So there's no real need to try and do a ton of stuff over here. I can just lay my 9 guys down, and then he can't do anything. He can't do anything at that point. So I can just set to attack with 7, and he still hasn't done his turn, so I won't be able to commit and see what happens next time. I've been trying to wait for him to do his turn, so that I can do 2 sessions at once, but I can't do that. Oh well. It's not that big a deal. I'm not blaming him or anything. It's not that big a deal. It's just that would have been more convenient for me. Alright. So I'll take Pakistan, Pakistan with 7. Hopefully. There's a very small % chance that won't work, but I should take it. And then I'll have everything else in Cameroon. I'm hoping he'll just screw up here and try to eliminate me. That's honestly what I'm hoping he does. I'm hoping he tries something like maybe a move to Chad with everything, hoping I run into it, and then he tries to take all of East Africa or something like that, or just eliminate me from Congo. I'm hoping he tries to do this, because if he does, then I'll still have, at worst, an equal income with him in a much better position. At best, more income than him, and still a good position, so I mean, nothing can really be bad in this case. Actually, I would have still slightly more income, barely, if he managed to take East Africa, because he'd have 16 income without the reinforcement card, and I'd have 9, 12, 17 income. So either way, I'm slightly ahead income-wise, no matter how you look at it. At least slightly ahead. And no matter how you look at it, he's not in a good spot with me having this spot in the middle of Africa. So I'm quite happy, just sitting still. There's no real need to make an overzealous move and then possibly get myself tackled by something. He could try transfer over to Chad and see if I run into it, if I tried to go there, because honestly, the Chad position would be superior to the position I'm in Cameroon. Just because then I can make sure I control both East Africa and West Africa, and the move to Nigeria it makes it there. It's still there, because and that would threaten South America, but there's no real need to try that, because he could always try a transfer-only move to Chad, and what I'd rather have happen is him screw up and do that, and then I can try hitting Nigeria next turn or something. Or he could try taking all of East Africa and Congo, and he could do that, but I'd be able to see him do that, because, yeah, I can see Sudan, I can see Somalia, so I'll know if he does that. And I'll still be in a really good spot to do it, no matter what he does. I think I'm in a really good spot, because the only way he could try and defend East Africa is if he moved to Chad. And what does that do? Well, that leaves Nigeria open, so South America is threatened. And then what? Then he's in trouble, because he's got 2 bonuses that he can't defend. Now, he's also got West Africa. If I move out, and then he could take West Africa, but that's easy to solve. All I need to do is lay a blockade card down. So it's really, he's in a tough spot, and I'm not sure if there's any real easy way out for him. And I'm on my way to Scandinavia, of course, so I don't know what he's going to do. We'll see what happens when turn advances. And turn has advanced. Let's watch. Okay, what you gonna do? I take Pakistan, good. Thailand, excellent. He takes Congo. And he rams into me. That's actually pretty good in the long run, I think. Okay, I guess I could play the card. that. And then I guess what I'll do here, of course I'll do that. And that. What else? I think I should try going to Chad now. And I guess to play it safe, I should use the order priority card. So that would be with 33 guys. And then last move, attacking Congo with 2. I could try that. Or I could try hitting Nigeria again. Hopefully he doesn't get a first move into Chad, that's all I'm really worried about. Although I guess I don't really need to do this. I could just go to Congo, and that would be fine. Or I could just stay put. But nah, I don't really want to just stay put, so... I could go to Congo. After he attacks me, because it won't matter, he'll lose enough stuff that just really won't matter. But I really like the idea of going to Chad. Meh. I think it'll work, that's all. I don't really need to do it though, so I'm hesitant to do it because I don't need to. Yeah. Oh. 2, 2, 4. I don't need to do it, but I want to make sure he doesn't get to expand over here. I want to make sure that the guys he used in East Africa were a complete waste. And I'm sorry for the talking. Let's go ahead and commit this, and we'll see what happens when turn advances, I guess. And I'm redoing my orders real quick because that's a complete waste to use the order priority card like that. Let's just hit him with what we have there and not use an order priority, because I'm considering a possibility for next turn where I could try transferring back with an order priority to Congo. I'm in Cameroon or something like that. Or I could use an order priority elsewhere. Like if he places everything in Chad next turn, I could use an order priority to go back out of Congo and then hit Nigeria last move and watch him hit Congo from Chad, presumably, or something like that. And that would be fun. Or I could try an order priority to Kenya and then hitting Nigeria as well. Something like that. I can imagine a few different scenarios, so it all depends on if he goes to Chad, though. I'm hoping he does, but it depends. It depends. We'll see what happens when turn advances. And turn advanced. From that point, and then the very next turn, he surrendered. I did record this last turn as I made it, but the problem is that I screwed up the recording. Apparently, I must not have had my mic installed properly, or set up, so it didn't record my voice, any of the audio, so I figured I'll just replay it anyway, because the last turn wasn't that significant. Really, I already had the game won at this point, I think, so we're just seeing what happened, the results of that last turn you just saw. I went to Congo, and he just tried to clear me out over here if he could, if I screwed up, and I didn't let that happen. Basically, I was just in a completely dominant position over here, where I could easily dictate how things went. The next turn, I decided, whoop, didn't mean to do that. At the end of this turn, I made a few decisions. Of course, I'm still going to come towards Scandinavia, but I also figured, okay, well, since I've got the income lead and I'm just going to be moving around over here, I might as well come up over here. So I kept coming around here. And I think I just played to Chad and didn't let him eliminate me over there. Yep. And he tried to nail me anyway, hoping that I would screw up, but I didn't. Sorry about that. Whew. I went to Georgia, and that was the game. He just surrendered at this point because he realized I wasn't going to let him run wild around here and expand. He wasn't going to be able to eliminate me. I was in a position to go to Nigeria and threaten Brazil. It was obviously over. There was nowhere he could expand. He had to keep attacking me, and it wasn't going to work. So he just gave up from that point, and I can't blame him. So let's go over this game real quick. I was also one turn away from Scandinavia, and he probably guessed that. And he might have even guessed that I was coming over here too. Anyway, so let's go over this game real quick. My picks were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You already know that. Let's look at SIRIUS's picks. They were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. Huh. That's actually pretty funny. When I look at how this worked out, he was also very careful around this area. Apparently not careful enough in Africa, though. But he was also being very careful, which is pretty funny. Huh. Just looking at his picks, it looks like he was planning for countering Africa if... Yeah, it looks like that was part of his plan from the start. He wanted to get this as a safe bonus. It seems weird. It seems like neither of us really considered this. We never really considered the one-turn bonus for some reason. Maybe we did. Maybe he did, and he was just hoping to get at least Scandinavia, and he was satisfied with that. But it seems a little strange that we both didn't put this as a major part of our picks. The 1-2 or 1-2. It just seems strange to me. Anyway, so he went 1, 2, 3, 4. So he was basically planning for the same thing I was, except he was actually, no, he wasn't. I'm not even sure. This seems like a very... Oh, I see. Okay, this is actually to counter this instead of to combo. Okay, yeah. I gotcha. That's very risky though. Like if I hadn't have gone for this, if I went for like 1-2 over here, and then I don't know, or well, I guess it could work out. If I went for like 1-2 and then I don't know, Cameroon is another pick, or something like that. It just seems a little strange to do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. These picks seem a little awkward. Like it's like you're not sure if you want to go for the combo here or not. It's like he could get the combo if he missed like South America or Scandinavia. He could get the combo, but it's also very likely he could just end up with this as a counter pick to Philippines, which isn't bad, but it seems a little strange to me, just the way it's set up. If he went like 1-2, if he got his 1-2-3, of course he'd be looking pretty good, except possibly against like a Denmark Haven, and then if I had like Denmark having and Sudan and Cameroon, that would probably be pretty bad for him, because he would not be able to get this fast at all, and I'd have a very fast West Africa, and I could put pressure on him in South America pretty quick. That actually probably wouldn't work out well for him. But, he might even get eliminated in South Africa before he could even get a bonus. But, other than that, this seems like I guess a halfway decent picking strategy. This does make it very likely that you will end up with at least one of these two, because if you're gonna go 1-2 here, personally, Denmark Haven is 1. Personally, 1-2 is the way to go. So that way, at the very least, you'll get Denmark Haven, which means you can take Svalbard, and he'll never get Scandinavia. So if you want to counter the one-turn Scandinavia bonus, the best way to do it, I think, if you're not going to put 2 picks up there, is to try and go for a first pick Finland. That makes sense. I can understand that. South America, this guy I think is just here because he's a bit cautious around Africa, because it's so easy to counter. Basically, it's an outside way into Africa, similar to how Antarctica normally is, except it's also pretty safe because Central America and Antarctica aren't a problem. I mean, they really aren't a problem on this board, so you can take South America and be reasonably sure that you're safe. You really don't need to worry about anything except the Africas, so I can understand that as a 2-pick. It's also a little, I guess it could be less likely than the 1-pick, so that's fine as a 2. I like that. The 3-4, obviously he wanted either to get the combo in Indonesia, or he wanted to counter Indonesia with Queensland, and I like that. Unfortunately for him, this doesn't account for, well, what I went for, which was a 1-2 over there. If I get 1-2, then, well, you're not going to get a counter there. So it just means I have a quick Indonesia, and there's nothing you can do about it. So basically, my picks were perfect for what happened, which is very strange because neither of us really accounted for this 1-turn Scandinavia. Alright, he did sort of, but I mean, really, he just, it was very strange. I don't consider that properly accounting for it. Then the 5. Interesting. He didn't know I was in Cameroon, though. Although, ironically, I did know he was in Sudan. That's funny. This was an interesting game, I'll say that. Well, I guess it was interesting from a picking perspective. From actually watching the game, it actually wasn't that interesting. Or going over the game. Whatever. It's fairly straightforward. I mean, I was in a position to get this quick bonus and out-expand him, and he couldn't really stop me from threatening 2 of his bonuses and staying alive in the area. Really, my goal from the start over here was just to stay alive as soon as I realized he was in South America. So that's all I needed to do, was just stay alive over here and make sure he can't take bonuses. Simple objective and easy to accomplish when you've got a good source of income, and that was the case for me. So first turn, he just got in a position to take, is he going for, no, he is going for Scandinavia first. Alright, good. He got Scandinavia, got in a position to take South America quickly, and he also moved over here to check on me, because makes sense. I mean, if I'm not there, then that means he can freely expand there. So he was just making sure. And if I am there, well, fine. I mean, he can still take South America and come in here and try and destroy me. So he takes South America, and the next see, this is the one turn where he would have a lead on me, and he needs to take advantage of this. But unfortunately for him, well, I gained some space here. I gained these 2 territories, meaning he couldn't eliminate me that turn, or there was never a possibility, so I didn't even need to worry about it. So I just go for my bonus as well, my second bonus, so that I can get just as much income, or actually a little more income, 14 to 12. And now, well, I mean, from this point on, it's just me moving around over here, staying alive. There's no way he'll be able to eliminate me unless I screw up pretty badly, so I'm just trying to stay alive. And he works on potentially taking East Africa, trying to sneak it out. Of course, he's got to try something. He's got to try something to get more income, because if he doesn't, he's doomed. So he's trying to do that, trying to sneak something out and then potentially eliminate me. But I don't let him do that. And eventually, in the end, I get to Congo. I control the Africa area perfectly. There's nothing he can do to take another bonus, so it's game over. I mean, I'm working towards Scandinavia, and he knows that. He can probably guess I'm also working towards South America on the other side. I'm in no hurry at all, because I mean, there's nowhere he can expand. He can't go to Central America. He can't go to Antarctica. He can't go to West Russia. He could go to Greenland, but that would take forever. And by the time he did that, I'd already be on him over here. So there isn't much he can do at that point. I mean, I think this game was pretty much over from the onset, from getting picks. As long as he didn't try to eliminate me in the early game, and I mean the very early game, like the first few turns, and as long as he didn't succeed in doing that, there was no way he was going to win. And the fact of the matter is, having this quick Indonesia eliminates the possibility for that to happen, as long as I don't do something retarded and kill myself. And I didn't do that, because I have a quick source of income that he can't just destroy me. So that's it seems like it was over from the start to me. I just can't see much you can do from this position, where I have a bonus over here that's really fast, and I've got a better second bonus, and I've got a place I can expand after that that's safe. And meanwhile, you've got 2 threatened picks with nowhere to expand outside of Africa, and I control Africa as well because I'm in the middle of it. Except maybe Greenland. He did have Greenland, but that would take forever. So I don't see much you can do at this point. It was pretty much game over from the start. So GG Sirius. It was fun playing you. I'll move on to the next round. And after this game, or with this win, I have actually qualified for the 3rd round in Lalawet's Memorial Tournament Series. That is going to be a 16-player round robin. Hopefully, I'll keep winning. And I'll win at least 1 or 2 more games, but honestly, the rest of these games are just for, I guess, they're pride games, I guess, if you want to call them that. If you win, great, you won, you move further down the bracket, but I don't expect to win the whole tournament bracket. And I'd have to do that to have any sort of to have an impact on the next tournament, because unless you win the tournament, really everybody who qualifies counts about the same, and they just move on to the next round. But the winner gets to decide the starting map for the next tournament series, for the next round in the series. So we'll see what that is. I still don't know what it is. I know it's going to be a different map than this. It's not going to be modified medium earth, and it's not going to be medium earth either, because medium earth, the regular medium earth, was the first map from round 1. So anyway, just bringing stuff up. I'll see you guys for the next game.